Hello everybody and welcome to 7 Days to Die PS4 edition. So, I know that soon 7 Days to Die is supposed to be getting a full console release. And, to celebrate that, we're gonna kinda, I don't want to join the game, whoops, we're going to kind of go back and play the PS4 game and just have some good fun with it. Now, there's my boy. We're going to play a local game. We're going to do a random gen, standard options, adventure, never run, 18, modded options, backpack, memory. We're going to put them on medium. Respawn time is very fast, a lot of abundance, a lot of airdrops, good 24-hour cycle. We want the airdrops on. I don't care about any bikes, but no cheat mode is the biggest thing. Rule sets, we're on the scavenger rule set because we're just going to be kind of going through and running through it all. Even though we're on adventurer difficulty. I could go nomad difficulty, but we're going to keep adventurer. We'll increase the difficulty as we play more and more. But we're going to go into this, so we're just going to name it YouTube, so that I know this is my world for the channel for the series. Now, the game is extremely loud, and I hope my voice is going over it in the recording. But if it is not, then I apologize. Now, I'm really excited for this. Really excited to play some serious and not just kind of goofy. Well, I mean, I'm still going to be a little goofy because what's the fun in playing the game if you're not going to kind of chill out a little bit? But we got to kind of, I'd call it a little poor spawn. Don't like the heat, but we're going to go with it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our starting quest taken care of right away. Then we're going to want to get a full clothing set of plant fiber clothes. So we're just going to get a butt ton here for early game because everything early game, more or less, is going to need these plant fibers. And if you've never played 7 Days to Die before, know that at least until after your first fortnight, or until you get a workbench and a forge, you're going to be using plant fibers for a lot of stuff. It also depends on your play style if you continue using plant fibers or not. I normally like to be out of plant fibers by the second fortnight, or out of using them as much for stuff. I'll still carry them around if I need to, but you know, I want to be on iron tools or forged steel tools by that point. Alright, we should have enough to go ahead and get ourselves our stone axe. Yes. Then we will get more stone with that. We'll also get a little bit of yucca right here. Maybe? Yeah, yucca. A little bit of wood. Beat on this rock for a second. Probably go through its entire first phase. As I discussed, did that pig just kill itself? Okay, never mind. I thought it might have killed itself, but it just hit the cactuses off. So our main goal here, and we can go ahead and get to crafting the clothes we need. And then we'll just throw all of it on as soon as we finish this rock, or as soon as I see all of them are finished being made. But this should be enough for us to rock and roll. 33. That's pretty good. Right. Throw that on, and that's all done. We're gonna chow down on a yucca fruit, and then we're going to take a look at the map. And the map I've got the distance turned on so that we can see out as far as possible. And we're going to want to collect all of the yellow and the red flowers, because we can turn those into teas that will increase our wellness. And if you can just drink these all along the entire time you play, that is the best thing you can do, really. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna get ourselves our wooden club crafted, but also, whoops, but also our stone shovel. Why did that still craft? So yourselves our stone shovel. I like having one. It is not necessary. Did I not just see a bird's nest? Or am I going bonkers? That is what we'll have to find here. We're gonna beat on this tree for a minute. We're gonna get a backup axe. We're gonna go through this whole tree though, and then we're gonna start looking for a bird's nest. We want to craft all the arrows we can before we make the bow, so that our weapon crafting level is up as high as it can be. Let's take a look here. Do I see any bird's nests? No, I don't. So we're going to keep going. Flip a little bit of inventory space. A little bit of wood all along. I think that was a rabbit in front of us a second ago. So around these big rocks, sometimes you can find a bird's nest. It doesn't look like we are going to be able to. Or there could be one hidden in all this tall grass. But let's venture into the ever so dangerous snow. It's also very dark. Oh my gosh, that is a gross miss. That was bad on my part. Whoops. That was a bad, Normally I wouldn't have took a fight this early on. But, well, it netted me some decent stuff, so I'm okay with that. Even though it did just completely wipe out all of our resources there. Go ahead and scrap that wooden club. The club isn't great. If you can get the iron club, iron club is a good bit better. It'll carry a lot longer than I think, personally, than I think the wooden club will. But I would still switch to a sledgehammer or just full on ranged combat after a certain point in the game. After a certain point in the game, you have enough material to just almost exclusively use ranged combat, whether that be between bows and arrows, even on like just 100% loot value, like no special added loot value. By day like 21, as long as you're conservative, you're going to be good. Okay, we want to avoid the lumberjack. You see his little tweaking self over there. We want to avoid him because they are bad for business. You can get 30 free plant fiber by doing that though. Now, our main thing here is trying to find this right here, a bird's nest that hopefully will have something other than just eggs in it. And it does. And that'll net us 23 arrows, a club, and a new bow. And then a need for us to get some more stone, and then get out of this horrid weather. And it might not be bad now, but it will get worse, especially if we start freezing. You can see our temperature is slowly going down. And as long as, once we get to about 45 degrees, we'll want to have been out of here before then. Now, I think I see a bird's nest right there, right above my crosshair. It looks kind of like a rock, but it could be a bird's nest, so we're going to go check on it. Because it is a bird's nest, okay. That will be great for us. And we already got a level 20 bow, which is pretty good to start out with. Now we're going to go ahead and make 15 more arrows just to max our arrows out. And then we're going to go this way. And we're going to try and see what is, let's say, over that way. How did I miss all of these bird's nests before? Must have really not been paying attention. Alright, these snowberries, I think snowberries can give you, I think they can give you problems if you eat too many of them. Though don't quote me on that, because I'm not completely sure. Rarely do I ever actually eat them. Sometimes I'll pick them up and use them. You can use them for one recipe, I think. It's like snowberry extract or something. And I think you use them for that, but if we ever get that recipe, that'd probably be the only need or reason we'd ever use them. But we do have the wood to go ahead and get our next quest going. And then we'll have enough rocks after this, hopefully. Do we have enough to go ahead and craft all of our... There we go. Yeah, go ahead and bring those down. Those couple times I opened that up there, I was trying to find them, just glancing over, and my eyes just weren't seeing them. But we need enough to craft a campfire after we place these 3 blocks down. We're gonna do it right here. Go to the bottom down. Just falling off apart, they look weird. Okay, start a base and then make a campfire, which just takes a couple seconds. And then voila. Yep. Alright. Now we're gonna venture off towards our we're gonna start by putting, well, with 5 points we can't really do a whole lot. But was that a bird's nest on my foot? I'm going crazy, guys. I'm trying to manifest things into reality that I can't quite get. We're gonna pick up more of these yellow flowers. If we can get a nice little stockpile of them here in the beginning, then we can, slowly but surely. I mean, we'll have to find a cooking pot first, but or a house with a forge in it. If we find a house with a forge in it, we can make a cooking pot. But still, either way, we're going to need one. Now, the trader is actually really close compared to most starts. So we're actually going to go to the trader first. Even though the trader in the PS4 version of the game, I am playing this on PS5, so it runs, in my opinion, a little bit better. Just because it's not stuttering as often, though it does get my PlayStation really hot. Hopefully the heating thing will be something the full release of the game doesn't really do, because sometimes I worry about my USB microphone and it getting too hot on the plug back there. But we do have another zombie that we're going to try and kill with the bow and arrow here. There we go. We got another one here. I'm going to show y'all one of the best little takedown methods in the world. knock him down with that, and kill with the bow. We'll keep the bullet casings until we need to make room. Do we have brass in our inventory already? It doesn't look like we do, so yeah, we'll keep the brass with us. Or we'll keep the bullet casings with us for now. And then we will come right up here. We'll looty loot a little bit of this. And not find anything very good. Wow. That is either really unlucky or really unfortunate. I don't know which one I should call it yet. Oh my gosh! Okay, wow, I thought I had this set to 200%, or did I have it set to 2%? I do not know. Okay, we are going to come here, and I'm pretty sure all you can do is just sell to them in this version of the game. But I could be wrong.
Howdy, survivor.
Yeah,
Make
you can
yourself
just
at home.
talk to them. Now, 8 grand for a pistol. Get a shotgun schematic for pretty cheap. The spiked club schematic would be pretty nice. Blueberry pie is pretty good. Now, if I could save up and get the iron sledgehammer, that would be a beaut. We're just selling those bullet casings to them just for a little bit of cash. It'd be great if there was one of those helmets in here, the mining helmets. 56 per round. 7,800 for 137 bullets. Now that's not bad. In all honesty, it's not terrible. Reinforced steel upgrade. Interesting. Never actually gotten that far in base building before to have to need any of that. But we do have the trader now in our map. And we're going to designate him with a little shop symbol. And there wasn't a whole lot else here. So we're going to go on adventuring on towards... Whoops. Now, this big boy, I was trying to go fetch up. Big boy here, we're not going to want to get close to. We're going to actually want to avoid getting close to him because he has a what feels like a very misleading reach. I feel like he really outdoes me a lot of times. Now, I do see green in the distance, and if we could set up in the green and just be close enough to run over here, when we do need to, that would be probably our best bet. I also see what might, I gotta lean up close, might be a road up there. It might just be the curvature of the land. Either way, if it's a road, if it's a curve, it's still going to be good for us because green is green and we don't want to be in the heat. So, we'll do that. We're going to get 2 more of those made. And we're going to get the little guy taken care of. These guys I don't like because I feel like they very easily can just catch you off guard and just mess you up. Now, we are going to go, I think, into Sexual Tyrannosaurus to start us out. Just because stamina gain is wonderful. We're going to need that so much. And then just, if we can just keep kind of collecting some of these flowers along the way. You're going to see me messing with them a lot. I'd love to find some red flowers. The red tea is just as good as the golden flower tea. Now, I forget what the red tea is called. It might just be called red tea. But it is good. I don't know if those red leaves spawn in or the red flowers spawn in the deserty biomes though, so yeah, I'm really close for that zombie to not have seen me. Or she just bugged out. She might have just been bugged out. which is a free kill for us. If we find moldy bread, we're going to want to keep it. You'd be surprised, moldy bread is actually pretty good. Because you can use it, I'm pretty sure you use it to make, it's either med kits or antibiotics. It's one of the two. These coal nodes, there's also nitrate nodes all over the map too. Both of these are going to be fantastic for us because you mix, I think it's 2 coal and 2 nitrate together to get gunpowder. And I'm an American, so you know I like my guns. You know, bang bang, shooty shoot. Yeah, you use, I think it's 2 and 2. Yeah, 2 coal and 2 nitrate to make yourself some gunpowder. You know, don't recommend trying that in real life. You might blow something up. I don't really know though. I don't know. That would be a Nile blue question, or Nile red. I forget which one of them do the actual chemistry stuff. I can't imagine you'd be able to make anything with just coal and nitrate. But that is a topic that my lawyers would probably advise me to you know, veer away from because of its unfortunately bad possible repercussions. But you guys are about to get to hear my fan turn on. Yay! Hopefully it's far enough in the video that it won't turn people off if they've already watched this far. But it is a whopping, my thermometer is telling me 94 degrees in here, and that's really hot for me. Especially just for me to be sitting here in front of a screen. So it'd be fine if I was out doing something, because that makes sense for me to be getting that hot. But for me to just be sitting here recording a video, I don't want to be that hot. So I do apologize for the air conditioner. But it's either that or stop the video here, go cool off and come back and finish off the video. And I don't want to take breaks like that. So our poor stamina bar is currently just having a hard time catching up. So for a moment, let's take a look at our stats. We can drink, we could do for a little bit of water. We got anything that doesn't do our water down? We do. So we'll do that, as well as get ourselves a little bit of iron from it. Now our stamina is slowly going to go down as we do this. But it's at a speed that it will catch back up after just a second of, you know, just letting it be. Now, I will say, I'm going to come back to that coal in a second. I'm seeing a lot of these trunks, you know, like rotten tree trunks or whatever. If I can get honey out of one of them, it'd be fantastic, because keeping honey with us is going to be a lifesaver and a game changer, because it'll mean we can be a little more risky with how we play. Now there is a house up there that we probably are going to make our own. We might tear it down and just upgrade the foundation and use the foundation. That's what I normally would do, especially if there's a forge in there. But if we tear the house down, we can even expand the foundation some if we need to. The fan won't stay on the whole rest of the video though. I'm going to turn it off in about 2 or 3 minutes. We are 24 minutes into the video already, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like that long. But yeah, so far this episode we've just kind of been exploring a little bit. No, not a whole lot, just kind of what our beginning little character can manage. We're going to get ourselves a slightly better shovel because I feel kind of bad having such a bad one. It's so far behind my stone axe. stone, yeah, stone axe. Couldn't remember if it was a stone hammer or a stone axe because it serves the same purpose too as the hammer does in the game. So we're going to want to find a hammer and a wrench. We're going to want to use the wrench to get mechanical parts so we can make a workbench later. And then we're going to want, after I put a net, we're going to want to get a forge going because we're going to need a forge, which is going to need leather. So that can either be gotten from houses or animals, and it doesn't matter if it's animal hide or just normal leather, which you can craft animal hide into leather. So if we have more leather than animal hide, we'll probably do that. Now we have a cave right here, which we're gonna, I guess, live beside, which is pretty dope. I've never explored one of these caves in all my like 200 or so hours in this game. I never explored a cave because normally when I find them, I don't mark them on the map. Which it looks like there's a lot of either a lot of caves or a lot of just really large rock formations. Okay. Whoops, that wasn't a headshot. That was though, and that is going to net us a little bit more food, which is never a bad thing. Oh, there are two of you. Okay. I didn't hear that. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. That one's dead. See, this is why I normally have zombie spawning turned down a little bit lower for the early game, just because when you just start getting swarmed like this, it can be fun, but it's stressful and it can kill you, which, you know, it would be the fun of it. Okay, we have 10 skill points to spend again now. This should be nitrate powder. Hold on. It is. Apparently we hit it with an arrow because it already had 1 damage done to it. We're going to grab this and then hopefully not get detected by this zombie that I hear banging on the house. Okay. But, let's see. I hate that the nitrate nodes always seem so much smaller than the coal ones. And I hate that because you get so much coal and not near enough nitrate. Okay, we're going to scrap this and scrap that. We don't need the iron arrowheads right now. We won't need them anytime soon. We are going to go ahead and craft a bandage because I just feel like it'd probably be a nice thing to have one just in case we start bleeding out, you know. Put it right there, nice, kind of in the middle, or as in the middle as you can get. Move around as you need to, as our inventory needs to change. Now, they sound to be inside, or it might have been this little homie right here. Which we're going to get his body off the porch so he don't slow us down. There is a forge in this house. That is huge. Because that saves us a whole development step. So it speeds us ahead by a large margin. Now, is it in my favorite place? Nah, but we'll just take the. I can grow these on the wall, right? Hold on. Sure. But these, I can always destroy the foundation, or I mean, I can always destroy the rest of the house and just keep the foundation here. Okay. Gonna do like this. We will want to get another. How do I say? We do want to get another forge at some point. because, you know, I want one that iron and stuff will be in. Which I guess I could just put everything in one. I guess it really doesn't matter. For speed's sake, I like to normally have two. We're going to stuff our bedroll right in here. Close that door and never worry about it again. Alright, and now we're just going to go through the whole house. Taking a look, see at everything. Can I make however many that is, more arrows? We'll bring our torch down so that it's pretty well lit. It seems like everything in here is pretty empty, sadly. Which we'll be destroying all of it here during the night. Now, I did leave the zombie set to never running, and that's just because with the way the PS4 edition is, aiming and all of that is just really hard. So when zombies are just booking it at you, if you've got a bow and arrow, or if you have a yikes, that's slow. Or if you're trying to use a club, it can be very difficult to hit your targets. And I want, you know, my goal is to survive if I can for as long as possible. Which we're not off to, you know, the best start of, but it could, I guess, be worse. We are going to take care of most of this upper floor, like so. Whoops, didn't mean to whack that. We don't want that to go away for a little while yet. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. We're working with stone supports, so it would take a hot minute to bring the place down if and when we do want to. We're working with just one entrance though, which is a huge plus. We're just going to make a butt ton of these axes because we're going to need a lot of them. And then we're just kind of clean up this bottom floor a little bit, you know. We're gonna I don't know why that had to be so hard. It's not like the hitbox is that bad for it. I mean, the hitbox is kind of bad for it. It's not like it should be that bad. Alright, so we're going to want to replace a lot of this stuff with actual blocks. And that's the main thing we're going to want to change. I'm going to go ahead and get the cold beer here sound on. And you know, pretty much just if we can get this bottom floor kind of, really all we need is just that row. So if we can just, yeah, we can just do that. So I mean, that's got enough hit points on it that a zombie would have to beat on it for a good second to go through it, you know. Oh, when I do get something to drink here in a minute, my throat's starting to get a little parched. Now, what are these? Those are all 300 apiece, so that's going to take some beating on to get gone. At least this fridge is a one-piecer, so it isn't that bad to do. Voila, and then we just kind of, you know, can throw that into the there. We'll go ahead and get our, I could have swore I had some lead. Don't I have lead? Could have sworn I'd picked up a little bit of lead, but apparently not. And we also don't have any. clay. We can use 5 clay. If I can get a single piece of clay later, that'd be good. But that'll probably be a goal for tonight. Do some of that while it's real dark out, because it's not all that interesting. Now we'll go ahead and throw our torch down in here, make it feel a little more homey, you know. And it genuinely is very nice. Like, very lucky that we found one of these houses with a forge in it so quickly. Because it just means that we can get started with these things much earlier on, or get started with different things much earlier on. So, I don't think to craft iron tools, you don't need to know anything fancy. So we can go ahead and get an iron axe and pickaxe really early on, right off the bat, really. And that would be a great start. Okay, so we're gonna get these things out here destroyed just because they look kind of bad. I know it's meant to be a mantle, I know it is, but it does look a little rough. So in between doing this series, I'm also working on the Cat Quest Platinum. And also the final trophy for Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Just, you know, a quick little check-in on those. So we're going to do a secure hatch. Or a door, excuse me, and then a wooden hatch. So, door is going to go there, and the hatch is going to go here. Okay, and upstairs. I know I'm going to have to break through that door again later, but I would like it to be secured so that nothing will get in. And that is where we're going to leave today's episode off. Actually, I don't know how often these episodes will get posted. They'll probably get posted as I finish them. But I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, do not forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that wonderful stuff, and I will see you all on the next one. Adios! And goodbye.